task number 1 is checked off. Now we're just doing her chores. It's a creature! Can we pet the cat? We can pet the cat! There's a couple other things that could be happening here, and none of them are good. What is online? Is that like, am I an online mouthpiece? I don't think I am. I may or may not have already started recording this video. Like, it might already be like halfway done, but I forgot to set up an intro in OBS. And so I'm doing this halfway through the video after I set that up, but you'll never know because I edit it together. Anyways, hello friends and gamers. So we have an event to cover. See, it's weird because I totally didn't already start recording halfway this video. Today, we actually start what should have started last week, which is December being the month of demo dives. December is for demo dives. We are doing a lot of indie game demos in December. And one of the reasons for that is because we are going to be taking part in the Choose Wisely Festival being put on by Studio Efua. I want to say it like Euphoria, but with a UA. I don't know how to read. Words are hard. But we'll be taking part in the Choose Wisely Festival. This is a indie games festival, generally indie games festival, centered around choices matter type games. So think like visual novels and things of that nature. I already know all the games we're playing, but you can't prove that I know all of them already. But we did this for another indie festival a couple months ago, where basically what we're going to do, because there is so many games that we can be demoing, of the 390 games taking part in this festival, I have a list of 202 games that I have not previously covered, don't include generative AI, and had a demo available at the time that I went through the list. But then when I was going through the list, I realized I accidentally had at least one game on there twice. So we're now down to like 201. So we're just gonna say about 200 games. And obviously I can't play 200 games in like a week. This festival runs from December 8th to December 15th. There was no way we were gonna be covering 200 demos. Like, there was no plausible way to do that or make that work. So earlier this year, I did a little demo dive run exactly like this, and it worked out really well. So we're doing it again, where basically I use a random number generator to come up with the 4 demos we're playing in today's video. If you're new here, demo dives are a thing I do. It's not a deep dive, it's a demo dive, meaning we story skip, we finagle our way through the demos for about like 15 to 20 minutes to get to as far as we possibly can with no stipulations. So that, yes, that does include story skipping, which I tend to think we won't be getting into story skipping with this particular festival, because it is mostly story-based games. So I kind of want to see the story to like a certain degree. I don't want to see all of it, obviously, but like I want to see like enough. And I'm not saying I already recorded like half this video before doing the intro, but like the ones we've played, the ones we might have played so far, the games, I did try to focus a little bit more on the story because that was kind of the whole point of the game. Anyways, if you are new here, we will be playing 4 different indie games that I will do a random number generator roll for. Each game will be played for about 15 minutes. I put a timer on the screen for 15 minutes, but sometimes, a lot of the times, we go over. There may or may not be a game included in this video though that we might do less for, but I might have totally not rolled a horror game. It's a whole thing. Anyways, thank you so much to Studio Efua and the Choose Wisely Festival team for having me as a quote-unquote co-streamer. I'm not really a streamer though. I probably should have said that first. I'm now 5 minutes into the intro clip. For some reason it didn't say it because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm a co-streamer for this event, and so we are going to do our little random number generator demo dive. Any games that I don't cover during the festival, because it is only a week long, any games that we don't get to during this week, I will be putting onto my general player nay demo dive listings and getting to them then, because so many of the developers taking part in this event were kind enough to gift me keys for their game, whether it be like demo access or like full game access. And there's a lot we're not going to be able to get to. Oh, out of 200, we're doing like, what's 4 times 3? Quick math. 12. We're playing only 12 games of like the 200 that had demos available, and that's not even counting the ones that like I just have a full game key for. So we will be covering them in the future, just not as part of the festival, because there's a lot of games to get to. So without further ado, let's find out what we're playing first. This took so long to set up, but it's time to roll. How many games do we even have? Oh my god, I was not prepared for this. Okay. We are rolling for Choose Wisely. We have 202 games on the list at current. I am recording these clips like the day before the festival starts because I'm insane. Game number 1 out of game 4 for video number 1. So this is like, what did I call it? Because I did all the recording for a different games event that hasn't gone up yet because it was supposed to go up last week, but I got sick. Whole thing. I had a name for it though. When the game number and the video number matched up, I did have a name for it and I forgot. I think I was just calling it the lucky one. I have no idea. I don't even know what we're doing. But we have 202, so I am using also a different website because the other games event that might go up tomorrow, might not, I don't know, that I already recorded. I've been using Google, but we get like the same numbers over and over again. So we're switching it up a little bit. So yeah, let's roll for game number 1. Obviously, usual rules for this apply. If we roll something multiple times, we'll re-roll. If I need to re-roll mid-video, we'll do that too. I'm specifically sticking to 4 for each video this time around because we don't have time to be adding things. I think there's a couple that are polls from Summer Game Fest, possibly, but I won't be re-rolling for any of those. Any game that I don't hit during this festival, we'll just do in another video later, because a lot of devs were very, very kind to like send demo codes, early access, etc. So if we don't get to it during the festival, we'll get to it eventually. So we're gonna generate our first number, which is 65. 65 on the list, which I actually can put on my main monitor, so I'm not like looking back and forth all the time. 65 on the list, though, is actually an interesting one. Okay, so I don't know if it said Mushroom Museum or Mushroom Musume. I think it's Mushroom Museum, but this is actually fun because this game was supposed to be featured on the channel already, I think. I'm not sure whether this was a previous demo dive reject being I just never got to it. It was like on the schedule for a demo dive, but then the demo went away and I never got to it for a previous video, or it was on the player nay list and it, for whatever, I just haven't gotten to it there. I don't know, but I feel like this is a very fun one to start with because we have history with this game. Not me. I have history with this game. Have I decided to do every intro for this video after recording all the game clips and everything? Because I have no idea what I need to say for the intro, and I also didn't get a Steam scene together for it. Yes, that is exactly what I've decided. Anyways, we're gonna play game number 1, which is Mushroom. I think it is Mushroom Musume. Even I thought it was Museum, but I think it might be Musume. I don't know, but we are gonna play this one. I am struggling a little bit with the font, so we may have to go in and like make it less fancy, but we'll find out. Okay, 15 minutes on the clock. It took me a minute to set up. Let's start. What do we got? Once upon a time, there was a humble recluse, and my model is going to be covering some of this stuff. They had graphics, and I wanted to use them. Though they had no need for society, they did often find themselves home to a loneliness that they could never quite shake. The problem with doing, I'm realizing now, a bunch of like Choices Matter type games and demo dives is that they're all visual novels, and we usually skip story. In the morning, the sun would rise. At night, it would set. The recluse would observe this splendor, knowing that the sight would be made all the more beautiful by having someone to share it with. It wasn't that they desired a relationship, perhaps it was a flame that had burned them one too many times, or perhaps they were simply disinterested. They wanted a child. Okay, well, to each their own. Someone to take care of, to teach. Unfortunately, it was a longing that could not be found, not in these woods alone. However, we are never quite as alone as we think, are we? One day, a witch appeared, as if drawn by the intensity of the recluse's desire. The lumber that the recluse had spent the morning gathering slipped through their hands as they spotted her, the witch of the woods. She began to speak. You desire a child, yes? For some, those are quite easy to come by, but not you, it would seem. Let us make a deal then. If you do 3 simple chores for me, I will present you with a daughter of your very own. The recluse, caught up in a moment of naivety, quickly agreed. So we have tasks and a checklist now. Daughter checklist. The witch, knowing that the recluse was destined to accept, simply nodded and began to deliver the first of these so-called chores without hesitation. It is important for a young person to be well-grounded in this world, I hear. Bring me a jar of soil to help with this process. Keep in mind that not all dirt is the same, though. Consider the source carefully. Soil? That did sound somewhat magical, the recluse supposed. Left with this vague prompt, they considered their options. So we can go to a quiet graveyard, our favorite foraging nook, and it's with cards, which is really cool. Or a barren spot of forest long since struck by some invisible ailment. Yeah, no, we're going to our favorite foraging nook. The nook was just on the outskirts of the forest, but conveniently hidden from curious villagers. When in need, the spot had never let the recluse down. This time was no different, as dirt was there in abundance. Arriving back at their meeting place, the recluse was excited to share their selection with the witch. So that's what you picked, eh? Very well, it shall do. Feeling the need to scrub their skin, the recluse retired to their hut to cleanse themselves. And task number 1 is checked off, so now on day 2. The recluse slept more soundly that night than they had in ages. Having a purpose again soothed them. That's a hard word. Even if they had found themselves caught up with a witch. They elected not to think about that, though. Instead, when the morning came, they simply did what they had to do, which is to say, they got up and went to meet with the witch. Upon watching the recluse's approach, a sardonic smile lit the witch's face. You completed your first task admirably. 2 more and I can finally give you what you want. She paused for only a moment before delivering her next message of import. There have been some, activities I've been meaning to get to. Perhaps you can make yourself useful and cross one of them off the list for me. So now we're just doing her chores. Not realizing that they were simply saving the witch some time, the recluse determined which task they were most suited for. So we can test a selection of elixirs for quality, restock a selection of unsettling components, or prepare the witch a comforting meal. I say let's do comforting meal because also that's going to be helpful for the kid. Meal. Cooking was a simple affair, much kinder seeming than the rest. Although if we are talking about real life circumstances here, I am not good at cooking, so maybe this was a mistake. But it was an easy decision for the recluse. What do witches like to eat? The recluse pondered this question, figuring that one could not go wrong with a simple meal of eggs and bacon. Arriving back to their meeting point, the recluse was excited to report their progress to the witch. Ah, very good. How kind of you. After quickly wiping themselves down, the recluse returned to their hut for the remainder of the night. Is that task 2? That is task 2, so we're on day 3 now, baby. 2 assignments complete, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. If this witch was being honest, and for some reason they felt that she was, then that meant that this could be the last night they spent without a child. They hoped so, at least. That was all they could do. Barely remembering to get dressed, the recluse dashed to the meeting spot. Again, the witch had been waiting there for them. Welcome back, recluse! Are you prepared? Today is your big day, is it not? The last task is an easy one, or at least I believe so. Bring me something colorful, something bright that you think will suit her. Interesting because this game is very much has very set colors, you know? When they were first told of the 3 tasks, the recluse had imagined things that were much more difficult. This seemed so easy as to be a trick, which they supposed only meant they should take it seriously. As if a mistake could mean death. That's a lot. That's a lot. With death in mind, casually, the recluse needed to decide where to search for color. So we can go to a field of flowers or a stony river. I say we go to the field of flowers. Maybe that's a mistake, but I think flowers are generally colorful. If someone wanted color, where else was there to even consider? The recluse decided to make their way to a particularly idyllic field of flowers. The field was filled with an overwhelming amount of choice. Before long, the recluse narrowed down the options to a few. So there's cardinal flowers that are red, bleeding hearts, which doesn't say the color, a pumpkin, milkweed, which is bright orange, or purple foxglove, that's purple bell-like blooms. Listen, I like purple. I'm going with the foxglove. Wild foxglove. Those flowers had always enchanted the recluse, standing tall at the edges of the path. It was as though they were luring them, tempting them to stray from the path. Perhaps today the recluse just might. An edge of temptation can be healthy. Oh, it's purple now! The recluse returned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand. I'm glad we picked purple because I was going to pick the red one, and that would have hurt my eyeballs. She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. The recluse stood there for a minute, unsure, before finally the witch realized what they expected. You want your promised daughter, don't you? Well, yeah, that's kind of the whole point of all this stuff we just did. Her voice was almost mocking, but at least it was not overtly cruel. I suppose I must tell you that I lied. All right, well, we should have expected that. I do require several more trifling things from you. First is the matter of payment. I thought that was why we were doing the thing. The recluse should have known that everything is for a cost. So we can pay now with wealth, with life, pay me sometime soon in larger quantities, pay me at a much later date in the way I choose. Oh, wait, this one sounds more dramatic and it is a demo dive. So I think I want to make a deal with the witch. Because we don't have money. Let's go pay me sometime later. That's fun. It's a demo. It doesn't matter. The recluse told the witch they couldn't repay her, not anytime soon. That is fine. Of course, I will collect payment eventually, she says. With the payment settled, the witch simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot. They say humans are tricky, but mushrooms are much more resilient. Consider this an upgrade. Don't worry, eventually she will develop a mind. So we have mushroom daughter, Simply give her time as much as she needs. Soon your wish will be in full bloom. I suppose with all that settled though, there is one last thing for you to consider. A young girl needs a proper name. The recluse thought on the witch's demand before offering the final thing they had to give. Oh, we have to do a name. Oh god. I'm thinking of something mushroom related, and all that came up in my brain was mush. And I'm like, mush, Mish. Misha? I think Misha can be a boy or a girl's name, but I don't think it matters. I'm gonna go with Misha. Misha, Honkai Star Rail, you'll always be famous even if you're not with us anymore. Misha. Do I hit enter? Then she walked away, only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. And we have reached chapter 2, cultivation. We'll go until the timer hits, so we have like 5 more minutes. Though the recluse was unsure of the specifics, they did realize that it was important to heed her instructions, care for the pot and the dirt and everything that lay within. So the recluse geared up, as any parent should, and assessed the things they needed to raise a child. Finances, in case the nearby village had goods or services that you could not provide. Nutrients for the child to help it grow strong. They would need plenty, as it would be depleted on a daily basis. And finally, the recluse's own stamina could not be ignored. One cannot burn the candle from both ends indefinitely. Thus began the longest growing season of the recluse's life. Is that our little mushroom up here? You realize that, buried in your new goal, you've forgotten to feed yourself, or procure any human food, really. So we have stats over here, it looks like. What seems like the most nutritious option? So we can go to the village, seek morsels away from your charge, so not the mushroom, forage in the woods, or eat the mushroom. Oh my god. Let's go forage in the woods. We have some stamina and stuff, so I feel like we can go like forage in the woods for now and come back later. If we need to go to the market, we can do that. You know where to find food. It's been something that you've never struggled with previously. It's part of you, and nothing can change that. Not even a mushroom. The little things on screen. Making your way to your favorite nook, you quickly find what you were after. Of course, the generous bounty of treats for your daughter is a nice bonus. The decision being made, life continued. So my stamina went down to 6. My nutrients also went down to 6, even though okay, that's weird. A flock of hungry birds have been harassing both your crops and your daughter recently. Awesome. What did I do to deserve that one? In fact, they've become quite the nuisance. So we can purchase some poison and forcibly evict the foul sky rats, fetch your bow and hunt the birds, or just ignore the bird. This sad little lonely mushroom. Let's go bird hunting. You retrieve your bow and are lucky to leave with not 1, but 2 birds from the flock. Don't go hunting if you don't know how, but also the birds were hurting us. They shouldn't show up again for a while. You and your daughter may rest. Nothing more could be done to the birds. The matter was laid to rest. I did think we'd get some more food from the birds, but something's happening to our mushroom daughter. We gained mushroom creature. It's a creature! Your daughter has changed in the night. Cutie, look at them. You awaken one morning to the sound of something moving about your home. Your daughter has grown a pair of sturdy legs. The creature walks about easily, using her new strength to push and rummage through your belongings. Her demeanor seems cute and helpful, often following you as you go about your daily tasks. Mushroom daughter! So we can encourage her cooperation, spend time nurturing her environment, or motivate her to do something safer. I'm gonna encourage cooperation. That seems cute. Your daughter's development is going better than expected, and you want to promote her helpful nature. You take extra time in your chores, explaining the steps and giving her the opportunity to try new things. Yeah, because a lot of the times kids are curious and just want to be told what you're doing. So if you just do everything you're doing, but like tell them what you're doing, they'll be fine. She doesn't actually help much, and you aren't sure if she actually understands you, but she clearly enjoys the experience. Yeah, because a lot of times kids just like copy, like their whole thing is like copying what you do. So that makes sense. The decision being made, life continued. I didn't lose any stamina that time though. One evening you hear a light knocking at your door. Quite a rare occurrence. Peeking through the window, you witness none other than the Witch of the Woods standing on the doorstep of your humble hut. Could she be here for a visit or to settle a debt? So we can introduce her to our daughter or privately request a stipend. I say, well, if we request a stipend, we get money. And also, I don't want to have more debt to the witch though. Let's just introduce her to our daughter. Perhaps it was time for your daughter to meet the witch. She can maybe even learn a thing or two. The two of you answer the door and invite the gloomy woman inside for dry and awkward small talk. Something about the way the two absently stare at each other. You wonder if they've made some sort of connection today. The decision being made, life continued. So our nutrients are going down. We need to eat eventually. I don't know how that'll work, but you awaken only to discover that your daughter is covered in tiny parasitic creatures. Hello? For the sake of her health, you should probably find a way to get rid of the little pests. So we can do a thorough rinse Encourage her to embrace the change. I don't think that's right. Leave them be because she's organic, or buy herbal pesticides. Let's do the rinse. That'll get rid of our stamina. Can I exit out? Okay. I was like, what happened? Let's go for the rinse. After a moment of contemplation, you gather the requisite components for a soapy bath. Your daughter thankfully seems to enjoy the experience. The creatures are dealt with, which is good because we didn't have to spend money. The decision being made, life continued. I wonder what happens when our stamina goes all the way down. Something's happening again. Is our mushroom daughter growing? Child? ? Oh, she's cute. Your daughter has changed in the night. She's adorable. Okay, we did hit our timer though. We did hit time. I want to know what happens if we like run out of stuff though, you know? Because like we definitely need to take care of our stamina, but we've not really done anything. Do we want to finish spring? Because it looks like we only have 3 more like chunks here. Here, we're just gonna start skipping ahead then, so we can wait for her, which I accidentally clicked, and life has continued. We're just gonna skip ahead a little bit. Oh, we can kill a man, beg the man to leave you alone, agree to do business with the man, or give the man a significant sum of money to go away. I say in Minecraft. Listen, the demo is over. I'm just clicking things now. I think my daughter saw something bad. Arm wrestling, dress up, hide and seek, quietly count to 1,000. Let's do dress up. Dress up is always fun. So I think we finished spring. An end? ? One night you find yourself struggling to sleep. Your mind wanders as you consider your current place in life. You've lived peacefully with your daughter for many moons. Initially, it was strange. Well, it never stopped being strange, but you were always thankful for the company. Besides, the affection you felt for her was like any parent would feel toward their child. That was normal, at least. Your thoughts turned to the concept of time, particularly how you were once alone, and how you are afraid that you will be again someday. Your daughter has had more and more curiosities about the outside world. It's only a matter of time before she wants to strike her own path. You hope you will be fulfilled now. You hope you've done enough. Ultimately, you find comfort in what you've done. You may have had many failures in your life, but there's one thing you know you can die proud of. We gained multiple traits, and we've reached a new beginning. Oh, so now we get to play as the mushroom child. Wait, that's what happens when you hit the end. So it says telling the recluse that you wanted to see more of the world wasn't an easy conversation. As they grew older, you worried about leaving them on their own. Thankfully, your concerns were unwarranted. They were happy that you had grown enough to want to move out. They even offered to help you build your own home close to theirs. You were welcome to visit any time, obviously. Faster than you would have anticipated, the two of you built your home together. They showed you all the tricks they knew and made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could. Finally, the day arrived. You were officially on your own. You were scared, a little, but also excited. It felt like a new chapter was just beginning for you. We have the loving parent trait then. And now we play chapter 3, a girl on her own with Misha. She's so cute. Okay, so that's how you play through it. Okay. We are going to be done with the demo dive. We hit like 20 minutes. Oh, we have more stats now. Dampness, mycelium, robustness, potency, and humanity. Because we're a mushroom girl. Okay. There's only 3 stages of summer on here. Okay, you know what? All right, we are gonna save in this slot. I don't know what saving is gonna do though, because we're gonna go back to the main menu. And this is technically a demo. So this being a demo dive, we do have to give this a player nay rating. TLDR play means, are we gonna continue to play the game when it releases? Because this is a pre-release demo. Do we keep playing the game? Do I have a year to finish it? Put it on my schedule? Well, it's a demo, so some of these games aren't out. So the year to finish it doesn't really apply a lot of the time, but it's like a year from when it comes out. Anyways, do we put it on the list? In this case, it would be the wish list to come back to when it actually releases. While we were playing most of it, I was just kind of like, I don't know. This one might be a nay. I don't know if I want to come back to it for content. But now that we got past like the tutorial part and got to Mushroom Girl shenanigans, I'm kind of intrigued by Mushroom Girl shenanigans. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is a play. This one's going on the wish list, and I think I'm okay with that. I would like to do at least one more video for this at one point in time, and that's when it ends up on play. So that's what we're gonna do. Moving on to our next role. This was successful. We have passed our lucky number in the video. We are now going to roll. Also, you can see the exact date and time I'm rolling these. So like, yes, this is the day before the festival because I'm insane. So video game number 2 for video number 1. I have no idea what I'm saying. 151. I'm like actually going insane today, apparently. So game 151 on the list then is, oh God, what is it? A game called, that I have no notes for, because some of these I do have notes for, obviously, but this one I have no notes for. A game called Magical Warrior Diamond Heart. Okay, let's find that one. I'm gonna check and make sure we can download all of them now. Okay, so this is romance visual novel. Heck yeah. This is gonna be such a fun one. We already have so many cute things in this. It's only game number 2 and it's so cute. I love it. Hello, that last roll you saw was a lie. We are having to re-roll because the Magical Girl visual novel thing game had this really fun OBS bug that I've gotten it before, and I figured out how to fix it then, but I haven't gotten it in like at least a year probably, and so I don't remember how to fix it. But it's the glitch where the cursor will show up in my OBS but not on my screen, and I'm like, this is a visual novel, my guy. I'm not doing this without a cursor. So we're gonna generate a new one. 96. What is 96 on the list? Let's bring the list back up. Oh God, what is this? What is this game? We have Feline Forensics and the Museum Mystery. I was hoping we could get another visual novel. Do I want to like, I've never re-rolled in one of these videos, but I'm thinking about it because I want another visual novel. But you know what? With the reason why we have the roles here is specifically so that I have to be held accountable, and we're holding myself accountable. We're doing Feline Forensics. Let's go. This video is cursed. We're not doing the Museum Mystery because it was like one of those games that only really works with controller, and I don't have it in me to do controller games today. The rule of the demo dive is if I have to plug in my controller and I don't want to plug in my controller, we either make do or just don't play it. So 93. What is 93? Between Horizons, which was on some sort of, well, this is on the player nay list, I think. So what is this game? Can we play this? Is this game gonna work? Or something Horizons? I already forgot the name. Between Horizons is in the demo's in my library, it seems like. So this is a sci-fi detective adventure, came out in March of 2024. And this is, like I said, on the player nay list, meaning I meant to play this at some point in time, and guess what? That some point in time is today. Fingers crossed on that one because we've been betting 1,000 for this second game today. Okay, we finally had a win for game number 2. Between Horizons. This is great because it's also getting something off of the player nay list, which is awesome. We've had a couple of instances of this so far in all the roles. You haven't seen them all yet, but I'm very happy with this. So we're gonna play and start a new game save. This should also have voice acting, which is great because my throat after playing the last game definitely needs a bit of a rest. So we hold to close. Your progress is frequently auto-saved, indicated by a small icon in the top right corner of the screen. All right, so we have autosave. You can neither manually save nor load a previous save point. So if we decide to play this game, we're just gonna restart when we actually do play the game. So there might be a little bit of story skipping just so we don't spoil it, but there is no going back. Oh, it's a hold. You can find many options in the game settings to customize your experience. You can turn off the time limit for dialogue choices. Nah, we're doing this. We're just going in raw. Awesome, it's voice acted. I feel like the sound is okay. This is awesome though, because my throat hurts. Has a similar vibe to the Teenage Exocolonist game that we've already played on the channel before and will be continuing at some point. It's a similar setup, it seems. So this will probably end up being a play. It's like a less colorful version of that, it feels like. I feel like the text scrolls a little bit quickly for the voiceover. I was like, wait, what's happening? I love the pixel art though. So we're in tutorial time. Press E to advance, or I can just do the mouse button. When prompted to pick one of multiple answers, use A or D and confirm your selection using E. So we're gonna close that and give it a shot. So this William dude is yelling for, I'm assuming us. I'm assuming we are playing as Stella. There's also a cat in the corner that you can't see, but I can see the cat. Did you go to bed already? Maybe. So you don't really need to use A or D. You can just like pick an option. So we are playing as Stella. William says, you need a checkup. You've been sleeping so much lately. William's our dad. Okay, because Stella says she's fine. William says, then you probably won't mind getting up again for a few minutes. There's something I'd like to show you. Stella asks, what is it? And it's also not all voice acted, I'm realizing now. And William says, you'll see, it's a surprise. Stella says, okay, I'll be right out. William says, great, I'll be in my bunk upstairs. I actually, like, the animation's really cool. So as you progress, journal entries are added to your PDA. Some tutorials briefly take over the controls in order to demonstrate something, like right now. Your PDA offers a variety of crucial tools to aid in your investigations. Then we also have progress and objectives documented here in cases. Press escape to go back. Okay, so we are good with the tutorial. I would like my controls back because I want to pet the cat. Okay. A and D to move, or shift to at the same time to run. So I'm assuming I have to do that. Yeah, I have to. This is the cat. Can we pet the cat? Who's the best girl? Pet Chi-Chi. So we can pet the, we can pet the cat. game of the year, even though it came out in 2024. So I think we can head out then. Oh, Stella says, I know you're sick, but I have to go out for a bit. I'll be back very soon. Our cat is sick. Poor Chi-Chi. I don't know if Chi-Chi's a cat, actually. Chi-Chi's something. Ooh, we got trees, space trees. I'm just like geeking out over the pixel art. It does look really nice. We get like a full overview, kind of. It's really nice. And then there we are. Consult your map whenever you are trying to find a place on the ship. You can open it directly by pressing M. So this is the map. Okay. Stella's icon marks her current location. We use WASD to switch between locations then. And this is where we're trying to get, I think. Yeah, the chief's bunk. So our dad is the chief then. Each location has a unique icon that is revealed once it has been discovered. Right now, you only have access to a small part of the ship that is relevant to your current tasks. As new cases open up, so will new areas. The Zephyr is a ring spaceship, as illustrated on the left side. This means that if you move in one direction long enough, you will end up in the same place again. So that's good to know. Oh, we have more voiceover. Yeah, I mean, we've all been there. It's either, I was gonna say it's either an illness or depression, which is also technically an illness, but also a lot of times those go hand in hand. I was a chronically Elgorly myself. A lot of times it goes hand in hand. Anyways, oh, we're ready. We're right here. Okay, is this where we need to be? Yes, in we go. So Stella asks, what is it that you want to show me? And our dad says that our messages from Earth for the arrival day celebrations came in earlier. It's still weeks away, apparently. We are going to do a little bit of story skipping a little bit, I think, just so we can see more of the game. They always send messages in advance to be sure we have them in time. That's usually a good idea for just about anything. Earth has a surprise for us this year. Everyone got a private message from their relatives. But, I mean, if we grew up here, then do we have relatives? Oh, so we get a message from Stella's mom. And so now we get to see it. That's our mom, Elizabeth. Oh, they cut part of it up because she starts by saying, so this part is only for my family, right? So there was an earlier part that went to somebody else. They only just told me I could say something to you guys in private. How are you out there? I hope things are going better than they are on Earth. What's going on Earth? I mean, I could probably assume, but we've been having rolling blackouts again. I was so worried they'd get in the way of this recording. What makes me curious is why is our mom still on Earth and we're up here in space? Like how did we get separated? Anyway, I wanted to say that we recently received the video you sent last year. That's a big jump. Our mom is excited to see us in uniform, talking about ships. I'm so proud of both of you. This mission is such an incredible, enormous thing you're doing. Everyone on Earth is rooting for you, but why didn't we bring the mom? It's been so many years since you left and it still doesn't feel real. I really hope these messages get to you. I worry about it every year. I don't know how they do it. It's all magic to me. You'll see more of me in the public video. Unless you watched that already. Happy arrival day. Why did the mom not come? I'm so cute. Do we find out? So Stella asks if this is going to be like a reoccurring thing now. There's other files, and our dad says not to say any, tell anyone about it. But is everything all right? Why are you being sneaky? He says something your mom said had me worried, and I am not going to do the British voice. There is no way she forgot the name of the ship where we met, because that was a part of what the mom was saying. She was talking about how they met. I mean, there's ways she could have forgotten. They're not good, but something definitely is probably up with that, because it's either like, I don't know. There's a couple of different things that could be happening here, and none of them are good. Our dad's gonna talk to the captain though about our mom, but not directly. He says it's complicated. This can't wait. Sorry, I'll explain later. Hey, this is getting weird, yeah? Yeah, it's getting weird. Oh, so we're getting a call. What's going on tonight? I was like running after our dad from someone named Sergeant Adalric. Oh, we're an assistant chief. Okay, so our dad's the big chief. He asks us if we're with our dad, and we say he left to talk to the captain. So Adalric asks if we can help or talk to him at the security office. This is getting weird. Wants to know if we're all suited up, which is concerning. But literally, we were gonna go to sleep. He says you might have to look into something. I'll explain when you're here. It seems like you may need to brush up on your suit's scanning ability. Objects can investigate the highlighted in blue for a short period of time, collect them by walking in range and pressing E before they stop glowing. So it's showing me how to do it. So we're gonna do oh my god, what is happening? So this is evidence now, okay. Once a clue has been collected, an entry about it is created in your evidence tab. New and updated clues are marked with a special icon. Try finding more by hitting the thing. Okay, so spacebar. Okay, there's one over here. Portrait of Bill and Liz. So those are our parents. Anything over here? There's the bonsai, which we already have in our PDA. So then if I do that, already in PDA. Okay, so we're gonna leave the command area, dad's office then, and we have more voice acting. So where do we need to go? I'm assuming security office. Okay, so this is where we need to go. I know this game is already out, but a really cool, really nice quality of life feature would be if we could maybe possibly incorporate pinning things I am directionally challenged. I don't want to run because that'll like freak people out, but oh, that's a dead end. So how do I get to where I need to go? I think if we go down the stairs one more time, we should be okay. It should let me go straight across then, I think. I think it's all the way at the end of the hallway. Yeah. Remember to hold shift while moving to sprint. I didn't want to freak people out. My bad. All right, there's the security office. In we go. Don't let that guy stand in there. Pressing E nearby a person will start a conversation with them if they have something to say to you. If they don't, the speech bubble symbol above their head will be missing or grayed out. Okay, so we got 2 sergeants then. Paul's the other one. It seems like we're much more friendly with Paul though. Okay, so this is his son. Okay, yeah, he can call me Stella. It's fine. I'm assuming we're probably childhood friends because we probably both grew up on this goddamn ship. I would like to point out that your father places great importance on procedure. Well, he is kind of not doing that right now. So anyway, let's talk about the reason I called you. A door in the network area triggered a security alert. We've had some false reports due to defective sensors lately, so it might be nothing. However, I tried to check in with programmer Aaron, who works down there, and he isn't answering his PDA. Okay. It's possible that he is wearing noise protection, but we should make sure everything is all right. I am getting a phone call right now. We have 1.5 minutes left of this demo. Could you take the elevator down to the inner hole and have a look? And we, like I said, we have 1.5 minutes, so we'll probably see what's going on down there and then call it for the demo. Enforcers aren't necessary. He should be in the network office. So we're just gonna go check up on him. Dialogues are recorded in the PDA. All right. If journals aren't detailed enough, you can reread any conversation right here. That's good to know. Not gonna use that right now. So elevator's right there. I think this is where we need to go. Network office. Okay, yeah, so we need to go all the way down to the bottom floor and then like book it to the left. So into the elevator we go. And then we're gonna go to level -1. They do have like a hidden, not like a hidden cutscene, but a hidden screen change. There's like a thing in there. Hidden loading screen. That's what it is. Something's wrong with the door. Where's Paul, by the way? It's just me going this alone. I guess we're going in. I hope I don't get smooshed. Okay, so we do have a clue here, the broken door. And then there's the network access point here. I didn't mean to go in there yet. I thought that was this thing I could look up. Am I just gonna keep scanning? Yeah. So that's broken. There's nothing I can really look at for evidence here. So I guess we'll just go in the first room. Oh, there's quite a bit going on in here. So we have the medical data terminal, the food network terminal. That's really funny. Intranet, recycling, PDA network terminal. And then we are in here alone. And Aaron is on the floor. So something hit his head, obviously. His head is bruised. Okay. Okay, he's up. All right, he's up. Let him get up. Someone was here. Well, somebody had to knock you out. He says, I went to the cafeteria for my evening break, but I returned a little earlier than usual. I've been working on a new data routing algorithm today, and I had an idea I didn't want to forget. When I came back, the door to the network area was broken, so somebody did break in, which is probably why the alarms went off or something. I wanted to check if everything was all right in my office, and when I came in here, there was someone standing next to my desk. All right. It was just a man wearing a disguise. I turned to run back out, but he jumped me. I shouldn't be laughing. Aaron got jumped. I shouldn't be laughing. And then Aaron got his head hit by that. So Stella's calling her dad. And he did pick up. Okay, so he picked up. I was concerned a little bit. Not that he did the jumping, but he also got jumped. I was concerned maybe that multiple people are now getting jumped, but he is now jumped. You should probably go get the bruised head checked out, though. Okay, yeah, our dad's gonna send a medical team. Don't know who attacked him, but we say it seems like they broke into the network area. The door at the entrance has been cracked open. And then our dad asks if we have our weapon on us, which, awesome. So in the meantime, we should have a look around and talk to Aaron. Okay, maybe you can find out what the intruder wanted in the network area, but we are gonna finish the demo dive. So our progress is not going to save. This is also a really cool pause screen. Our progress isn't gonna save, but we are gonna pause it here for the demo dive. I think I'm gonna put this on the wish list as well. I think this is also getting a play technically. The game's already out, so I'm gonna have to see if I can get my hands on it. Maybe wait for a Steam sale or something, but it's going on the wish list. I like this one. I wish we could have played more of it, but the demo dive situation is that this is all the time we have today. But also I would like to say, like, that's the thing, like I want to play it more, so I'm like, okay, it's going on the wish list because I want to give it its own dedicated time, you know? So this was another positive one, I think. Yeah, Between Horizons, which this has been on my actual like other personal player name list for a while, and so the fact that we finally got to put it in somewhere is great. So I think we're gonna move on to number 3, which I don't think is the horror game. We haven't got to the horror game yet, but we will. I'm mildly concerned for it, but we'll get there. Very shortly, we're gonna start getting all the Steam notifications coming in, but we have to roll for game number 3, which is going to be 196 on the list. So game number 196 then is a game that I received an email from the developer about, which is another romance visual novel, Taisho Romance Theater. This is gonna be so fun. Literally, if all of the games we end up playing are like, oh, borderline otome game to otome game visual novels, I will literally not be upset. I think that might be what I need today, quite frankly. Because we're 2 for 2 there. This is a little bit of a different vibe though. It's like dark fantasy. So like we're still in the visual novel space, but complete 180 from the magical girls. I'm okay with that. This is also one that would have ended up on the player day list after the fact if we didn't get to it today. So it's a good thing we're getting to it today. Apparently we cannot have a moment of peace in this house because Taisho Romance Theater also doesn't work. It's the same bug I got for the magical girl game we played right before this, or was supposed to play right before this. But it was the same bug where my cursor wasn't showing up, and all of the help forms I looked up online didn't help. Like they were just kind of stupid answers. And I'm a little bit pissed off, so I'm gonna call them stupid answers. So we're gonna generate another one, which is unfortunate because I actually really wanted to play Taisho Romance Theater. That was like one of the ones I was looking forward to. So I might end up putting that on my Steam wish list so we can possibly try to come back to it later, because that was actually one that I wanted to get to, but we got 196. So let me pull up my list again. I feel like we've rolled 196 before. 196 was Taisho Romance Theater. That's really unfortunate. I am gonna uncross that one out so I can like put it on the player day list, because it's not working right now, but I would like to maybe try it later on if we get an updated demo or something. So we'll roll again. Number 8 I think we've also got before, so this website doesn't. Yeah, number 8 I got in another, I think in the next video, and I'm very excited to play that. So I mean, we could play it now, but then I'd have to re-roll that one. 67. Let's try 67. S4U, CITYPUNK 2011, and Love Punch. What is this? We're getting a lot of like sci-fi type stuff today. And why is the same person who called me last time, like during the last game, calling me again it's like hours later. I took a dinner break. What? This game did work. The demo progress will not move over to the up game, but it's fine. It's fine. So there was like a full unskippable cutscene and a little bit of gameplay before the point where I could get in and fix sound settings. So we did miss out on that, but I need to unzip this album, I think. We're like getting right into it. So check the magic player maybe. Start. Oh, maybe let's give me the password. So it's June 17th, 2011. Home sweet home at last. AC is not working yet, just can't bear this heat. Another day of being a moron at the design company. You know, I feel that sometimes. 2-hour meeting just to decide whether the window should be opened 800 millimeters or 600. I just want to get the work done and collect a paycheck. Girl, I don't know what we're doing, but I feel it. Gonna start doing my side job in a minute, yeah. Become an online mouthpiece and uphold justice in cyberspace. What the heck? What is happening? I have no idea what we're getting into. 100 grand? Oh my god, that's a lot of money. For the moment, save up 50,000 working as an online mouthpiece in order to resign from your day job. What is online? Is that like, am I an online mouthpiece? I don't think I am. Am I? Me? So oh, my mouse moves the thing around. Okay, we're online. We have chat from Nil. I installed some new interesting software for you. Use the keyboard to type something, then press enter to send them to me. So, oh, you can type anything. I was gonna type thanks, but it just does I'm here. You still remember how to use the keyboard. Okay. Keyboards for typing, backspace for deleting, enter for sending. Should be easy peasy. Let's try it out. Okay. Remember to press for the backspace. So backspace. I got it. You can kind of just type anything, because it was tagged as like a typing game, but it's not really like a typing game, you know? After you tried all the possibilities, you can use backspace to quickly switch between your messages. I'm in much need of this. Doesn't seem to be that useful. Oh, so then we can use backspace. Oh, okay. Let's do that one. From our duck friend. Server out of time error. Wait, human is dead mismatch. Wait, what happened now? A glitch? Well, how is that a glitch? Did it freak you out? That freaked me out. Hey, yo. Pit B. So it's Pit B. That's the code. What is... You scared the hell out of me? I'm scared. You really got me there. Are you a cyber life or not? What's a cyber life? You haven't come to work for a while. How are you doing? Terrible feels like the right answer. Not bad. Yeah, let's just take a look at the orders at hand for now. Let's just get to the work we need to do. Let's deal with this backlog of orders. One client wants to give her boss a piece of her mind, but she doesn't want to lose her job. That's a willful request. They're not willful, we're not needed, or You're not any better yourself, mind you. As long as you keep the bottom line in mind, you can handle any kind of demand. You did keep it in mind, right? We can type, yeah, I forgore, or you tell me. Yeah, you tell me. I'm not aggressive, I'm just answering the question. Do not go against the client's will. Super simple in theory, but you'll know how hard it is when you put it into practice. I'll switch you to the client's account. Name's Holly. The goal is to give a boss peace of our mind without causing the client to lose her job. Okay, so this is what like an online mouthpiece does, I guess. Good. This is the first record from the new software. Let's just keep reading. Oh, so we're in Holly's account now. Who's Duke? Group chat should be Holly's group from work. So Duke must be the boss. Seems to be the boss of the client, Holly. Okay. Holly hopes to curse him out. Okay, that's a lot. Oh, this is creepy. Holly pie. Ooh, about this. Okay, so he's like, so her boss, girl, you should just quit your job. You should just quit. Leave this man. You're ghosting me or something. Ew. Please, boss, or sorry, I was busy. I'll say I was busy. The crying cat really, God, this is like, I'm like throwing up a little bit. I can't even show all of this. Oh my God. Is there any work-related stuff you want to talk about? Or just like make him like, just like breeze over the creepy stuff? Ew, no, he made it weirder. I hate this guy. And now he's like bad-mouthing other assistants. Okay, so we can like fight him. What do you want, dude? That is, do we have an HR department we can report this man to? I might throw up. Girl, me too. I said it like 5 minutes ago. Ew, this is so gross. Forget it, I'll just fire back. What if I send Duke's chat logs to everyone in the company? That's what I was thinking. Just like tell everyone that he's like a creep, you know? So being a decent human being, too much to ask from you. I say we just go to the, what can I say in the, oh, I can send the chat logs. Do it. Send it to the group. Mill asked, how's it going? Oh, it seems like everyone is being like, even in the main chat is like being kind of sucky too. 100% real, I can back it up from another employee. She's not the only one the boss harassed, bro. So this seems to have worked. So what can we tell? All right, let's just put that in that chat. We sent the screenshots. Isn't it normal for the boss to care for us? That's not caring, brother. This, what is, why are you licking the boot? Boss is mad. It is harassment, by the way. Well played from Nil. I am kind of scared for Holly though. This might get her fired. It might get Holly fired. I'm just, I feel like if this was like a real life scenario, Holly would get fired. Calling the boss Duck instead of Duke. Oh, what are we scared of? Yeah, causing her to lose her job. Withdraw your messages now. I already sent the screenshots, dude. It's not gonna do anything. What does this job mean to me? Oh, I got banned. Oh, or did everyone get like turned off because it's disabled chat for all users? I'm not withdrawing my messages, brother. They already were sent. If you don't want your dirty laundry to be aired out, don't do it in the first place. I'm sorry. Don't be weird in the first place if you don't want people to find out about you being weird. To the docks, get some chips. I don't even know what that means. That's what the job means to me though. If all they needed is a little push, a small motivation, maybe we've done a good thing. I think this is us getting fired. Is that a good thing? Maybe sort of, or I'm not sure to be honest. I think it's maybe sort of, because like, I want Holly to leave this job. It's hostile work environment, you know? When you're down on your knees apologizing for causing the client's job, if you can't force yourself to do it, I can be your mouth. Great. We can either be grateful for nil or you're not gonna charge me, are you? What does Duke want? Oh, now Duke is apologizing. Okay. They always come crawling back. Okay, so it seems like Duke might be getting fired now because he's like, I have a wife and kids. Like, if you're concerned about your wife and kids, don't go like flirting with your employees, you know? Like, that's just because it just didn't sound like you were cared about your wife and kids when you were flirting with Holly. I'm just saying. Client has concluded our service. Yeah, was it bad? Was it bad? Okay, no, it's good. We didn't get Holly fired. Awesome. Gave you a very positive rating and left tips. Yay! $500. I'll leave the rest to you. I'm off to catch up with some anime. Nil is gonna go catch up with anime. Okay, well, we can give them a snarky answer. I got you. No, I got you. First contract is done. So I guess the whole point of the game is like doing chat message for people. Is that like a thing that existed in 2011? I was like actively on the internet in 2011, but I don't remember. I was still pretty young. The more Duke talks, the more interesting the group chat logs get. Earned 500 from Holly, looks like she's in a good mood. Based on past experience, there's usually just one contract for the whole evening or afternoon. But hey, I'm just getting back into this part-time job today. Oh, it's a part-time job, okay. Might as well sit at the computer for a bit and get back into the groove. Let's take a scroll through Tico or something like that. Not sure what Tico is. We can close out the chat. And we have Tico notifications. If you can see this post, can you reply to me? I think I might have lost my service. Outfit post, nothing more than that. So if we can, How do we respond post? Maybe we can't? We have friends who are busy. Ah, what now? Long-waited tranquility. AC has been blowing hard and it's feeding on my money. I feel like the air around me is slightly cooler. It's still too hot in Casteryard, which I think is where this whole game takes place. It's not an ideal habitat for humans. I want to get off work. It would be nice if there were no other clients tonight. Won't be able to make money if that's the case. Waiting is killing. We have a message from somebody. I don't know, go downstairs and grab something. Where did we get a message? My direct superior, Dom. So we're playing as Mickey. Can something have gone wrong at this hour? Yes, boss. This is like, what type of we need to talk? You signed up for the Ichinose this year? I don't know what the Ichinose is. Send me what you've done so far. I can have a look on the structural stuff. Oh, so this is about our design job. It's like Friday night. Why are you messaging me about this? So the design award, yeah. I've always wanted to participate, but I keep finding excuses. In the meantime, there's a Casteryard Seashore something competition. So better than relying on AI in cyber life. I mean, don't rely on AI. I'll organize it and send it to you. Sure, because I only have 40 seconds left in this demo. Your project from last year is pretty good. What is the next message? If you put in some effort, you might even win an award. What is that supposed to mean? Could help you a lot in your career later on. So we can either focus on one career or the side gig to leave our job. Who's Alan? Online mouthpieces, I have a request for you. So Alan is a new client, I guess? Okay. What's going on? Is it worth it to keep me playing the demo? Sorry to take up some of your time. Our actual boss is telling us to get some rest, but he's holding something back. He made a fair point about the competition. Gotta seriously think about which to join tomorrow. So what does Alan want? Continue. Keep going. Okay, so we remembered something all of a sudden. Alan says he'll be heading home in a minute. Why do you use plural, we can ask. Oh, the music changed. An online investigator in charge of Ditai Temple District? Although you have set up a rather innovative protection system, I managed to do some digging on you before I contact you. What's the oh shoot? Internet police? Is that a thing? I feel like this is legal. It's no use at all to turn off the computer, so we have to get to Nil. Nil! Internet police is here. I have no interest of arresting you. I already got my hands full on those cyber life computer power trafficking cases. Now is my off time. My line of work is not so different from yours in terms of information gray areas. If you don't conduct your business in my jurisdiction, I won't come knocking on your doors. Consider this a personal request. He's getting divorced. Okay. This music is very loud as well. What about the divorce thing? Is that it? Nil. Oh, we have the drunk auto reply. Nil, get online. Nil. It's the internet police. Nil. I know you're drunk, but... Okay, so what about you? Yeah, excuse me a moment. We have to just hold him off till we get Nil back online. You may have come to the wrong person. We are an interactive technology company. Sure, fine. Alan says we both know what your interactive tech is really about. Get someone sitting on their ass all day to talk to others who got nothing better to do. So is this like primitive bot farm? Is that what this is? It's not like you're using AI, manually log in to other accounts is not going to be sentenced for a long time. I'm not bringing you in, but based on your reaction, you're pretty green at this. You're both cyber life, so that'd be me and Nil working together. So no. Oh, no, I missed out. There was a quick time event. Not important. I guess we didn't answer. So what do you want me to do? He wants help with his divorce. I can't help you with that. Get a lawyer for that. I'm done. I have to get a divorce. That's not my job. I need your help. Yeah, you can go straight to the court. Let the court summon your wife and just lay back like none of this is your business. Do you mean civil affair? Is that what they do? I don't know where we are. Yeah, sorry, I've never been divorced before. What is the reason, I guess? I'm being forced to ask. I really don't care. No reason. Just people asking too much of me, he says. Pushing me to live my life the way they want me to live. Have to cook, do dishes every day, no matter how tired I am. I don't feel bad for the internet police. I really don't. Doesn't want to get a house. I mean, maybe this is a conversation you should be having with your wife. So you choose to turn to strangers and whine like a little brat is option number one. The second option is to put your mind at ease. What can I do for you? What do you need from me? He's still going on about cement boxes. I've decided to start my new life today. That's it for now. I'll collect some materials later. All you need to do is hand them to my wife for me. That's what the divorce attorney's for. I'm just a girl. Yeah, I really think a lawyer would be a better choice. Alan really thinks I'm the better choice, and he is hanging up because he has to take the elevator. You can text in an elevator. I want to spend the rest of my life with Prime, which is a programming language. So this man literally wants to marry Miku. I got it. I wish you well, or the okay emote. Sure. One more thing. What? How much should I pay you? Ooh, if you insist, 100 would be fine. Don't worry about it. Prepare the materials first. Yeah, just do that. Get him off our butt. Yeah, a truly peculiar individual. This is out of the blue, but a picture is forming in my mind. A man who just couldn't bear the burden of his family anymore, hiding in his car and refused to go home. Literally, hire an attorney. Such is the desperate life of a middle-aged man on the net. Now, Nil, are you in jail? Oh my god. I'm like wanting to... Because I clicked on what was supposed to be like YouTube. We never put in the computer password. Are you in jail? No, not yet. Nah, he left. Literally not yet. Did he know there were several of us? My backend design is flawless. Could he found a loophole in the compiler, or did he use CyberLife to gain himself an edge? He just keeps going. Yeah, you went through my chat history again. Well, he didn't want to arrest us. He just wants to divorce his wife. This is so weird. You can go and keep being crazy. Okay, just really him an ID. I'll just delete the line of data about his marriage. Is that like something you can do? This is so weird. Yeah, that is straightforward, but I reckon he may not want his divorce to be this way. Yeah, I suppose. Sure, this is so weird. Did you get down payment from the investigator? No, didn't take a payment. Or yes, it didn't take down payment. Sure. I guess that was the right option. What would have happened if I took it though? Because then he could like track it, right? Yeah, because they could track a transaction. Don't hack people, by the way. Now Neil is going on about having a history with someone from the tax office. You know what? You told me about it, Nil. I don't need to hear. Oh, now Nil is going on about cryptocurrency. Stay away from that stuff. It's bad news. Okay. That is bad news. Nil's right about that. Oh, we have to respond. Okay. Stay up too late watching anime. Surely you're just watching anime. I do have to ask why. We're like well over our demo time, by the way. So now we're also getting off work. Before shutting down the computer, remember to save today's operation logs using the software Nil wrote, probably called Console. Is this thing really not going to steal my personal info or anything like that? Never mind, my info protection method is clearly close to nothing to that guy's ability. What about Tico? There's a lot happening. I'm just like going through everything. There's so much happening. Okay, there's another Tico post. So many posts. All right, console time. To be honest, I've been risking my life doing this side job for so long. I still don't get what's the deal with CyberLife. How about chatting with them before heading downstairs? Perhaps use a Tico story as an icebreaker. Listen, we hit our demo time. There's system setting, the user manual. If I turn it off, what happens? Okay, password to the album. I want to know the password. What if I just do, please, password error? Darn it. I guess you probably have to play through the whole demo to get the password. So this is like the game menu. And then there's, oh, okay, so it's all in chunks. Okay, so album is what we can't get into. Okay, what an interesting little game. What is Magic Player though? Oh. New game or content. Okay, that's what that was before. Okay, because I thought this was like part of the game. So I was like, why do we have two like screens? No, what an interesting little game. The S for you, speak for you was what S for you stood for. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think I'm gonna put it on the wish list because I feel like it was just like a whirlwind of stuff in this one, but I was interested. Very heavy topics it looks like it's getting into, but not bad. Okay, let's move on. I think we have the horror game next, which we might not last that long on that one. Last roll of the video. Okay, we're gonna pick a number for game number 4 then, which is 11. I think I like this random number generator better. It truly feels random actually, because we've gotten like the numbers have been varied. Usually it'll be like 32, then it'll go up to like 48. Like this actually feels much better. So game number 11. Okay, this is like entirely out of left field. Okay, Conta Spem Sparrow? Is that how you say it? Sparrow, yeah. What is this? Oh, that's a horror game. The vibes, man. We went from like cozy games, magical girls, dark fantasy, horror. It's literally psych horror. Awesome. Great. Text-based horror adventure with visual novel elements. Okay, well, I think if it's text-based, we should be okay. I might record this one first, quite frankly. Even though it's going to be the 4th one in the video, we might do this one first. So, well, it's still light out, and like I know it's still light out because, oh boy. I'm not going to weenie out, though. We're going to do the horror game. The vibes in this video are wild. See, this is another game where the cursor like isn't working properly, but because you only really need like the trail of the cursor and that shows up just fine, we're fine. So this game actually is going to work. Contra Spem Sparrow, I think is what it was called. Anyways, this is the horror game. If I get too scared, we're just going to turn it off. Okay, we're just going to turn it off. I'm not re-rolling. We're just turning it off and being done with the video. New game. I already hate it. I already hate it. I already hate it. Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. This is better. This is fine. Okay. So the car broke down again. I checked all the parts before leaving. They were working fine then. I I can't change settings. Awesome, cool, great. So I'm gonna just lower my sound on my end. Okay. Check the parts before leaving. They were working fine then and are now, but it won't start. I can't just wait, not this time, just in case I forget anything important. So it seems like we're kind of like writing in a journal. I'll use my journal and camera as always. Now I have to grab the backpack and go find some help. The essentials, my wallet, driver's license, and flashlight are in my pockets. The gas station shouldn't be too far from here. I remember that. So we decide to go down the road and proceed further. Don't like that. We got a flare gun though. I decided to proceed deeper into the forest. After wandering around for a while, I happened to find a flare gun as if purposely hidden between some tree roots that I tripped over. Could someone actually leave it here? Why? I took it in case there were also flares to be found somewhere near. I feel tired already. The path I'd been following had also disappeared. No sign of it anywhere. So the path behind us, literally, okay, that's awesome. Also, this little bar over here is getting like shorter. Like it's like shrinking from starting here and going backwards. It's shrinking. Night has come, the darkness is overwhelming, and the reading light doesn't quite help. Can't believe this forest was always this deep. There's not much I can do right now. So we do have notes and an inventory. So for now, we decide to continue walking. I continued walking but couldn't see a thing. Even if there was anything useful, I wouldn't notice it. My main focus was not to trip over again and die early, so I moved very slowly. It was getting nowhere. I just say we keep walking. Just like keep moving, you know? Also, the little bar over here, I think it's not moving again. Anyways, kept walking anyway. The fatigue's almost palpable. I don't understand why it is so bad so quickly. Nothing changed around me. Maybe I should wait till morning. So it may be this area's cursed? Unsure? What in the actual hell was that? The moment I let my guard down, I heard some screeching, had to run away blindly, and ended up losing a thing or two. So we lost our wallet, our driver's license, and our flashlight. You've got to be kidding. That's all the things we needed. When I realized exactly which things those were, I was about ready to lose my mind. If I can't find them later, I swear to God, so we can examine the surroundings for now. The forest is full of wild animals. It feels as if my every move is being watched. I changed my mind about staying in one place. It may be too dangerous, especially in such a conspicuous one. How ironic. I find myself in a clearing. Wish the road were right behind that tree line. I think I see someone standing next to it, but I'm not sure if they're facing my way. If I call out, this person won't be the only one to know my location. The flash may attract their attention. Okay, so now what? I decide to take a photo. Okay, so we're gonna use the camera to like camera flash it. Looked like they waved at me. When I get closer as carefully as I could not to make too much noise, the silhouette became more vague. I asked in a whisper if they knew how to get out of here. There was no response. I'll glance at that photo to make sure I didn't imagine things and I'm not talking to a human-draped tree snag. So we take a closer look at the photo. Don't like that. Okay, it's getting creepy. If I don't look, it can't hurt me. If I don't look, it can't hurt me. Run away. You should have wished for a better ending. I already died. Oh my gosh. I think it's text-based, it's not as bad. Okay, so we literally are like 5 minutes in. Okay, new game, because I died last time. Okay, so we're gonna actually just take a rest, I guess, this time. I guess it's not that bad because it's text-based. So there's the picture, the car broke down. So for now we can go down the road. And then, is this the same? Okay, so this is a different text actually. The road disappeared. I was walking straight forward without turning, and it vanished right under my feet, replaced by bare ground. Okay, so this kind of explains from before what I was curious about, if it's like, there's some sort of like weird curse magic happening. There's definitely some weird curse magic happening. The moment I realized that, I headed back, but still couldn't find it. I'm surrounded by trees. It looks like I got deep into a forest. Some glowing orange eyes have been following me for a while. If it's an animal, that's a really big one, and I don't want to get to know it better. There's no point in staying in one place either. I think for now we'll proceed further, which already isn't going great. So we have the flare gun again. I took it in case there were also flares to be found somewhere near. I feel tired already. The path I've been following had also disappeared. Night has come. There's not much I can do right now. Okay, so we can continue walking, get some rest. Let's just get some rest, I guess. It's making a creepy noise. And we lost our wallet, driver's license, and flashlight. Okay, so that happened again. Awesome. I decided to rest beside the nearest tree and feel less tired. Not sure if I should wait here till morning just to see anything. The path I'd been following had also disappeared. No sign of it anywhere, which we kind of already came to before. Night has come, the darkness is overwhelming, and the reading light doesn't quite help. There's nothing much I can do right now. I can't believe this forest was always this deep. Surprisingly, it's not so cold out here. Maybe I should. And then we get the what the hell was that? The moment I let my guard down, I heard some screeching. I had to run away blindly and ended up losing a thing or two. When I realized exactly which things those were, I was about to lose my mind, so we can examine the surroundings again. This forest is full of wild animals. It feels as if my every move is being watched. I changed my mind about staying in one place. It may be too dangerous, especially in such a conspicuous one. Dude, was this what we had before? So we find ourselves in a clearing. Wish the road were right behind that tree line. I think I see someone standing next to it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we got that line again. So we can take a photo again. There's a human-shaped tree snag, and then we can look at the same photo from before, and I can't even pick an option. Oh, last time we ran away, so what if we fight? Should have wished for a better ending. All right, next time I'm passing out. New game. I'm just gonna pass out next time. Forget it. All right, let's do this. So we're just gonna keep walking, and then I'm gonna pass out. Go down the road. Road disappeared. Proceed further. We're already tired. So let's get some rest this time. We lost our stuff, examine the surroundings. There's wild animals in the forest. We can take a photo and look closer at the photo. Gotta let it load in because it's gonna take a minute. And once I get my hand back, we're gonna pass out. Okay, I decided to. Well, I didn't. I just passed out. When I regained consciousness, I still couldn't understand what happened exactly. What was that? The last thing I saw was those orange eyes I had already spotted earlier. I felt too scared and weightless to do anything. An old man brought me back to my senses. He said something about being trapped in this forest for a long time too, but I didn't. Actually, I don't know if I can believe myself at that moment. He's leading me somewhere where it's always safe. I wouldn't trust that. I had no choice but to follow. I don't care, I still wouldn't trust it. He said they'd come back if I refused, and also commended my ability to deftly record things in any condition. I'm well aware of its value. Still, I prefer to think events through before writing them down, even if sometimes it's even more complicated than doing that at once. We have one option to follow the old man, and we reach a camp. Tents here are obviously handmade, but look neat. The man introduced himself as Rob. He gave me a folded paper sheet and said, "Here, take the thing. Maybe you'll find a better use for it than I did. Don't forget your old man when you find a way out of here, eh? I sure hope you will." There was another one inside, but empty. The first one turned out to be a shabby hand-drawn map. Did he really depict the forest in it? So I'm assuming then this is our shabby map. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so we are here. This was the forest, so I guess we gotta like make it, it's like Chutes and Ladders. We gotta make it like all the way around. This is a long map, brother. I guess this is where we're trying to go then? There is a couple of offshoots though, maybe? Oh no, so there's like a house here, and then it keeps going to maybe there. I don't know. There's like so many spots. Perhaps I should use my camera more often to have at least some idea of my surroundings and check it, hopefully, but not to overdo it. I still have only a few pieces Polaroid photo paper left, or I could just wait till morning. Not that I feel safe in the presence of another human. He's still a stranger after all, so we can take a photo. And okay, that one's normal. That one's normal. When I took a picture, Rob got closer and said, "What you got there? A camera? Looks like an owl to me. Bizarre photos you have there, buddy. Your camera's a flash, eh? I ain't seen one when you took me a picture." That's the way light works here, or doesn't, who knows. Depends on what the forest wants you to notice. That could come in handy, so cling to the thing. I doubt his ability to give valuable advice, but I'll keep it in mind. Moreover, the thing was too expensive to buy and not cling to now. As somebody who has owned multiple cameras in her lifetime, I feel that's so hard. Let's talk to Rob. So we can ask about Rob, the camp, the forest, the creatures. Let's ask about Rob first. I'm curious. I decided to ask him about himself. He answered, "Yep, it's me. Been stuck in this hell of a forest for centuries, that's for sure. I ain't getting younger, you see. It becomes difficult to continue searching for a way out. I haven't seen another human in a long, long time. Guess he will not be much of a help in getting out then. So I wonder how much it'll let me ask about." I want to ask more stuff, but we're already at 3 minutes on the demo. Like this game went by quickly. We'll just never mind it for now. So we can get some sleep. Okay, why was it red for a hot second? I decided to sleep till morning in one of the tents Rob originally suggested. Perhaps this place won't be so gloomy in the daylight and I'll be able to get out faster. Yeah, this is what I was curious about because the time is changing up here and it's 14:31, which would be sometime in the afternoon. Actually, I don't know if this means anything though, because this should be in the afternoon and it's like quite dark out. So the journal says, when morning came, there was no light. Pitch darkness, just as before, covered everything around me. Rob was sleeping near the fire. I woke him up and asked what was going on. He said, "There's no light in my misery. Yours doesn't have it either," and went back to sleep without further explanation. Guess I'm gonna need to figure it out by myself for now. So I guess we can leave then? Okay. I decided not to waste time and explore the forest further. As I was leaving the camp, Rob called out to me and asked, "Since you're all set to go, would you maybe bring me my ladle? I lost the thing very recently and can't stop thinking about it. Can't stir me no good apple soup without that." Why apple? Because it's all you can find to eat in here, damn it. I lost it not so far from here, just the next place marked on the map after my camp. Why is there making creepy noises? It's making creepy noises. I don't like this. I don't like this. Be careful out there with the folks. What does that mean? Rest from time. You gotta keep your progress in mind. It ain't possible with no good sleep unless you keep on. Okay, better check the map now. Map time. Why is it red? This is where we need to go. All right. We're gonna keep going until I die at this point. So the map Rob gave me looks somewhat weird and awfully simplified. I'll see if it's accurate. Hope I'll be able to find my way back to the camp when I'm done. It's making creepy noises again. It took me some time to reach a new place. I assumed it was the one depicted on the map because of a dilapidated swing-like contraption lying around a tree. Upon closer inspection, I realized it was more likely some kind of broken animal trap. Why is it making ambient noises? Okay, you know what? We're at 53 seconds. We're just gonna start picking things. Take a photo. What's gonna happen in the photo? We lost our Polaroid paper. We can look around again and then leave. So we left. Oh, but we found the ladle. That's awesome. We can open the map back up. Let's go to the next place. Why not? So we have failed traps. Take a photo. We can examine the trails then. Look around. I'm just picking stuff. Found a symmetrical group of dots nearly unnoticeable on a tree bark. Let's put the journal down then. Oh, wait. We hit time. Put something in a pit. Nothing. I guess we can leave. So if we go map again, it'll let me go to the next place. We've reached the point of the demo dive where we've hit time, so we're just gonna take a photo. Awesome. Skeletons. There's human bones on the floor. I'll check it. I'll look around, and then we leave. So we can go to map again. Will it let me just like tank through without like doing anything? There's our thing. What if we help it? Hi, friend. Are you friend? My hand is shaking. What if we try to talk to it and then we can leave? Well, it didn't kill me. Let's keep going. Pull the rope. Let's do it. Take a photo then. That's actually a cool photo. Not even gonna lie. That's actually pretty cool. I'd reblog that on Tumblr. We still have stamina left. We can keep going. What if we use the gaps as footholds, take a photo, leave? I'm surprised we've made it this far. So we can continue walking then. I think the reason why I've lasted this long is the fact that I have my sound like all the way down. Next location! Take a photo. Oh, there's a creature. Hi, Mothman. Can I ask about Moth? I'm not here to help you as you were doomed the moment the forest decided so. I'm here to observe your struggle, reasonable or not, until the moment you die at the hands of another. I'm just having a good time. Yeah, never mind. We're gonna leave. What if we check the photo of Moth and bypass the snakes? Well, I don't even know what we're... Take another photo. Sure. Of the snakes. And then we leave. Bye, Moth. So there's the snakes. And then there's a downed tree. What if we look around the tree, search the tree crown, take a photo, examine the hat, and leave? I am like just going... I'm like brute forcing this. And we're doing really good, actually. More forest. Oh, listen to the rhythm of the rain. Oh, what if we look around then? I'm gonna put the journal down. Hold on. Oh, where once was lying silence wounded heart, of sorrows full aspiring thus to feel alive, embedded deep within. I want to read all of that. We should be done. Take a photo of it. Oh, I can't take a photo of the thing. So we're leaving again. Somehow we're brute forcing. What if we look around and take a photo? Oh, there's those eyeballs, I think. So we can proceed. Wait, how much stamina? I got stamina. We're good. To the house. Take a photo. Oh, hi, friend. Do I know you? I know Mothman and LD. Yeah, we know each other. Sure. Hi, friend. Hello. So this is Slim. I'm just gonna leave. I'm kind of low on stamina at this point. Slim really shook me up a little bit. Let's go back to camp. Go there. Let's, It's raining, first of all. It's also been like 2 days. It's the 17th now. Upon my return, Rob was sitting near the fire just as usual, except markedly gloomily this time. I asked him what was wrong and had to listen to a whole campfire story. You know, here's this lake. I don't know what its problem is. I still visit it every now and then, as it's not so far away from the camp, relatively. So I always try to catch me some dinner. Lots of good places for wildlife around there, but it never happens. Each bunny, birdie, or rodent always runs past me and intentionally drowns itself in the water. Why wouldn't they just let me catch them? No enemies among animals. I have no enemies. But a man's gotta eat. One day I even saw a dog jump in. It happens in mere seconds. Plop and gone, leaving a poor old man with no dinner. You were gonna... The dog? Really? Moreover, the bodies just disappear, leaving me with no dinner at all. See, now any sound I hear, I'm like, I'm gonna die. This is freaking me out. Would you imagine? And then I decided not to spend the ink for the complete version of the blabbering. Let's get some sleep. I squeeze my way through a tangle of twisted trees. Before one last push forward, I slide back to where I started. Pinned beneath the tree trunks, I lowered my sound on my end. I lie between their spiraling roots as dead leaves slowly drift down and, layer by layer, bury me along with any hope of ever being found. I don't have any stamina. I don't know what to do about the stamina thing. It would be fun if I could just like color it in. Again, what another little interesting game. Oh, there's riddles. Oh, this was on the page before, yeah? We have the ladle though. Can I give Rob back his ladle before we end at least? The ladle. I emptied half my backpack trying to find the ladle, and when I finally did, Rob grabbed it out of my hand cheerfully and said, "Attaboy. I almost lost all hope by now, but you're a promising fellow. Look, there's another problem you absolutely have to help me with. I just want some apples. A bit more so I can make me some good soup. Bring them to me or else I'll soon faint from this damn hunger and won't be able to help you to get out of here. Apples? I don't remember seeing a single apple tree around. I'll see what I can do." He suddenly pointed at the flare gun I found shortly after I got lost in this forest. What are the odds? This is mine too. But no matter, you can have it if you wish, buddy. After all, I forgot I hid it there until you brought it back to me. And it's also broken. Well, thanks. I'll just leave it at the camp. All right, we're gonna be done because again, I spent way too much time with this. I should just give each game 20 minutes at this point. So unsafe progress is lost, but I think I'm also gonna put this one on the wish list. The jump scares weren't that bad. I think because it's text-based, it's not that scary. I also kind of know at this point, whenever I click the option to put the journal down, something's probably gonna jump scare me. Like I'm prepared for it. Is it the most like technologically advanced game in the world? No, but it's a text-based horror game. It doesn't have to be. And I was brute forcing my way through that. So I would love to get back to this maybe like Halloween next year or something. I think it could be fun. We could put it in the rotation. I always say we're going to do spooky videos for Halloween and then I end up getting too busy. So that might be a lie, but I'll put it on the wish list. I don't know if this game is out yet though. This one might already be out because the last couple of ones we have played were... Yeah, it's already out. It's like $10. It came out in August. Yeah, it's not like the most technologically advanced game ever, but it's pretty good. Put it on the wish list. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you once again to the Choose Wisely team over at Studio Ifua for having me as a, would it be like co-create? Not a co-creator because I didn't create the event, but I'm a creator for the, we'll just say co-streamer. It's easier. But thank you for having me as a quote-unquote co-streamer. I think this was a very successful demo dive, even though there were quite a few games that didn't fully work on my OBS. It was mainly it was OBS problems, I will say that. The games we did get to play were all really good. And even one of the ones that we didn't get to play, I'm still like probably gonna end up putting on my wish list and coming back to later because I'm just gonna hope that maybe once it is actually like officially released, the issue I was having with the demo won't be there. But this event will be taking place until December 15th. And even if you happen to be watching this video after that, I will have the page for the event. I think there is a Steam page. If there is, I'll have it linked down below so you guys can check out all the games involved in this festival. Even the ones, I will say as well, there are games that we're not playing for demo dives that I have already played from this festival. So there's like a lot of other games featured in this festival that won't be in the demo dive videos, but I've like already featured on the channel. So you'll probably see some familiar faces. But if you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!